What is up, you guys? My name is Najla.Jade and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I took a couple of weeks off to get my life together. I've had absolutely no success with that, but here I am. So a couple of weeks ago, I was stalking the Facebook Marketplace like I do every day, and I found this beautiful 6-foot piece of window pane being given away for absolutely free. And after calling in a few favors from my friends, I finally got it back to my house and had the idea to make it into a pour paint installation to go at the bottom of my staircase. So if you guys would like to see how I turn this former window pane into a beautiful piece of art, please stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so I wanted to show you guys the beautiful piece of glass that I found on the Facebook Marketplace completely for free. And here I am, just starting off with that same pretty piece of glass, and I'm going to start off by cleaning it. When I brought it in my house, or my friend brought it in the house, one side of the 2-pane glass actually shattered, which is pretty cool for this project because it actually allowed me to get to the inside of the glass. But I wanted to clean it because there are still some fragments of glass left on here. And now I'm just gonna start pulling out that paint that I'm gonna use. I wanted to use a variety shades of gray and purple and taupe and tan, just to get the colors that kind of match my house, and just some really pretty colors that I like in general. I don't know who I thought I was kidding trying to kneel down on these hardwood floors. I am not as young as I used to be, y'all, and like I was in so much pain at the end of this. My little back and my knees were hurting so bad. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and start opening up some of those paints. I did not honestly start off with a strategy. I've done part art a lot around my house, but I've never done it on a canvas this big. And so I do a little bit regret the strategy, or the lack of strategy, that I had in beginning this project. But I absolutely love how it turns out, and at the end of everything, it works out. So I'm just kind of pouring paint without a strategy, realizing halfway through this that everything I put on top is not actually going to show through. So the part that I'm pouring the paint on is actually the back side of what's going to show. So I needed to do this same pattern, just starting with the colors and overlaying the white on that. My strategy that I did actually stick to was pouring the paint on and then kind of alternating sides that I allow the paint to drip to. So I'll let you guys see that in some clips coming up. But yeah, if you do this, I would absolutely recommend that you pour the paint into a cup, which is what I'm doing here. And you just kind of layer the paint. It allows the paint to mix and make these really pretty marbles and colors. And it was absolutely a better strategy than just kind of pouring the paint on. Alrighty guys, and here's what I was talking about, that strategy of kind of alternating the sides that I allow the paint to drip to. This kind of lets the paint colors just like bleed onto each other and just create a really pretty marble. The only thing is that this glass is really fragile and really heavy, and so you'll see that I'm going to keep doing the cup thing because that was working really well for me. But as far as alternating back and forth, I ended up stopping doing that because the glass was making a sound like it was going to crack again. And it was so scary and so much to clean up the first time. And it was so pretty to me. I didn't want to break anything. So I am going to kind of stop with the tussling and tossing it back and forth, and just kind of letting it drip on its own. So heavy. So heavy. And you see how it's bending? That was super scary to me, but it's just so pretty how the paint just kind of bleeds and drips onto each other. So I wanted to keep that going. Alrighty, y'all. So since it was so much for me to keep oscillating back and forth, and this thing is really heavy, I ended up getting my blow dryer because I wanted to make sure that I could still get those colors to mesh and just kind of bleed together. So I'm getting my blow dryer. It is blow drying on cool. Please, 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 if you do this, make sure that it is on cool because hot glass is not a good thing. So I am just allowing those colors to mesh, and I wanted you guys to see a close-up of how beautiful and how this effect kind of goes. So it is on cool, and I'm just kind of blowing the colors together. Y'all, this ends up turning out so pretty on the other side. This could have been just a piece of art by itself, like the back, but I really wanted that effect to kind of show through on the front side. So if you do this and you don't want to just kind of keep moving the piece that much, definitely get a blow dryer and try this, but make sure it is on cool. Hello. So I'm like behind the scenes, I guess, wardrobe change because I didn't want to get my sweatshirt super painted on. I've already like painted the ends of my hair. But anyway, I'm like 85% finished with the piece, but I am going to end up spray painting, and I do want to say like a very big disclaimer: do not spray paint indoors usually, but if you do, please make sure it's a very well ventilated area and you have everything that you need as far as things being protected. I am a crafts person, so I do this all the time, but just make sure that if you're going to spray paint inside, that you have very protective things on the floor or on things that you don't want to get any spray paint on, i.e. your couches or tables or walls, but just be very, very careful, and yeah, bye. Alrighty, y'all, so now it is time to go ahead and spray paint. I did use a metallic silver and a metallic gold to fill in some of those spaces where paint was not covering. I didn't want a lot of blank space or clear space on the glass piece, so I just went ahead and filled in some of those gaps with that metallic gold and silver. So using that same sheet that I used to cover my floor so I didn't get paint on it, I'm just going to use the same thing to cover the floor so that I don't get any spray paint on anything. Please keep in mind that all of my windows are open, the back doors are open, the fan is on. It is very well ventilated in here, and it took probably maybe an hour to get all of the fumes out, but I made sure that everything was very ventilated. Just a tip here: when you are spray painting downward, sometimes the spray paint nozzle can get clogged. So you'll see here in a second that I actually spray kind of up into the air because it's getting clogged right there. And then I'm just going to spray up and then downward, and it comes out a lot better. And I just wanted to show you guys the back of everything once it's spray painted. This is how it looks when it was drying. Like I said, the back piece of this is art itself, but this is just the back of it. I cannot wait to show you guys the finished product. Alrighty, y'all, and this is the final product. When I finally flipped this over, I was so excited that all of the colors just kind of meshed together, and the glitters that I added to the paint shone through. There are some blobs of color before I had a strategy, but I think that just kind of brings some really pretty elements to the piece. I am absolutely in love with this. Alrighty, you guys, thank you so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you at all create anything like this, I would love to see it. Until next time, y'all. Bye.